Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising. This is Moon Girl Tarot. I'm your psychic medium and your astrologist, about to provide you with a weekly astrological report for January 15th through January 21st. And if you're new here, go ahead and click the down bar below for an extended horoscope for this reading, and make sure you stay to the end for that psychic reading of an extended of this week. Okay, Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising. Now, the beginning of this week is going to start off a little bit slow, a little bit of this melancholy energy. I don't want you to get too far ahead of yourself. There is going to be some good news that is really going to take you by surprise. Now, Mercury is going to be in your 8th house. Mercury is in Capricorn in your 8th house. That is making a positive flow to Jupiter, that's in your 12th house, okay, in 6 degrees of Virgo. So there's going to be some good news that you've been wanting to do, a joint project, resources, something that cost money, an expansion that is going to be coming all together. Now, here's the thing to kind of take note about it, that even though this is an exciting news, there's excess energy that is going to push you through, there is some stuff that might come quickly apart. As soon as you get it, you might lose it if you're not too careful with that energy, because of that Taurus. Because Jupiter's in Taurus, it's fixed like energy, so it's kind of like a make it or break it kind of thing. So come back the week and let me know how things turn out. Now, another thing that we have, Gemini, is coming up the next day on January 19th. We have Venus that is in Sagittarius, that is squaring Neptune, that is in Pisces, the home of like dreams and mysticism and things of social contracts. Now, Venus, things of value and not just of love. This is going to be in the sign, in the house of the 7th house, okay, of Sagittarius, home of things, of legals and contracts, that is creating a block, okay, to Neptune in Pisces, that is in the 10th house. So of your public life, your career, your business, the thing. So even though you have some positive energy that is coming when it comes to business and collective and resources and other people's, income that benefits your income, there's something that also needs your attention. That's also a blockage, okay? So make sure that you're prepared for that during this week. Now the Sun enters and Pluto enters Aquarius January 20th. We are changing signs completely. Gemini, you should feel very good about this energy because you are an air sign. You're going to notice that this Pluto transit is really going to affect your 9th house of longevity, of religion, of expansion, collaboration. You're really going to reach out and change how you're going to approach this week, and it's going to be a huge benefit. All right, let's dive in a little bit further into your psychic reading. Welcome, Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, to your weekly tarot card reading for January 15th through the 21st. Let's go ahead and take a look a little bit closer at what's been happening this week. I hope you liked your astrology reading. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Engagement definitely helps us out. So we're going to definitely fine-tune with the psychic reading using tarot about this Mercury going into your 8th house. Now, this is going to be a time where you're going to be seeking financial advice and how you're going to be managing your assets. This is going to be joint resources from other people, and we'll see how much more that fine-tunes in different aspects into your life. And especially love. Venus is going to be in your 7th house. So when we get to that, when it gets to love, you might be planning something to broaden your horizons, to celebrate a loved one or do something very personal that you love. So let's go ahead and dive onto it. If you would like to get a session with me, all you have to do is go to my website, www.moongirltarot.com, and get on my work list, or you can get a private session at my studio here at Pueblo West, Colorado. Okay, let's get that shuffled. Put that right there. So for the overall energy and the aura of energy that you might need to focus on, protect things, your overall theme energy. Go. All right, so we have stop, and this really calls to your root chakra. So not just stop, but to pay attention. Okay, so we have the X right there. So it's not just halting and pausing, it's wanting you to pay attention to something that's coming through. And you are going to be having something coming through, especially when you deal with the 8th house of, Scorpio, of joint resources and money, death, sex, and taxes. This is like a general of that. there's something of a collaboration of somebody else that is you need to look at. You need to look at a little bit further before it's going to be good. And we'll see. You know, it doesn't have to be too crazy, you know, in that sense. But let's take a look at it. So when it comes to the area of your work and finance, and let's focus on your public life. So in work, we have the Five of Pentacles reverse. So you are working on an investment. An investment is something that you're dealing with, you know, Gemini Sun or Gemini Rising. You know, if the work that you do is, you know, you're either an entrepreneur or you're the boss, or you're doing something in a sense to where, you know, all eyes on you, and you have to make this change, right? So whatever it is, it's like you're in this position, right? If you just got this position and you were higher up, you know, if you just started a job, you know, all eyes are on you. You just made a recent change, and it's a good one too. So let's look at your financial sector, your earth sector, when it comes to this money, when it comes to this work, a little bit further. And that's a good card to have. So that's something that's going to change, but you still want to, you know, still look at all the finer details. Yeah, we have a lot of energy coming back to you. So we have the Chariot reverse, and this shows up in a sense of earth-like energy where you are being redirected, okay, for that wealth. So maybe that partnership just didn't work out, or you wanted to work out, it just didn't work out, you know, but there's a different chance, you know. So I feel like not all is lost, right? Nothing is being thrown away. It just needs to be observed. Boundaries need to be set. There needs to be clear communication. So the both joint projects of you that you're doing and the collaboration at your work is being fulfilled. So both parties walk away. Give credit when credit's due, right, Gemini? You know, that's absolutely right. And I'm sure you feel that way too. So when it comes to the areas of air, communication with yourself, hidden messages. So communication with yourself, we have the Magician card reverse. So we're starting off pretty strong with all his energies just saying, hey, just give it a minute. Don't rush ahead. You know, the communications and the energy is changing, it's right. I know it feels like it's just taken off, but just hold up, you know. Hidden messages, let's take a look at that. Anything else that you need to know when it comes to those communications? Yeah, so there is a disinterest. There is something here, is a detachment, whether it's with yourself, but I feel like it's coming from a water sign, a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, and it's really affecting this. It's almost like karmic kind of energy, and they might be in association with this person that you have to deal with at work. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if at least they knew that it was like correlated somehow, because it's almost like you are blocked. You need to reobserve. You're trying to go through, but there's something just not going. So make sure you reach out for a psychic reading. Okay, so when it comes to water, emotions, all right, and your intuition, we have the Ace of Swords reverse. So this comes up when you are, you know, you feel like you're going to miss out on an opportunity. So as you can see here, I kept mentioning, you know, you're going to be wanting, have this need, this want, rush into it, and it's going to require the support of somebody else, and they're just not on that same level as you right now, but you have to have their energy and their correlation in order to go forward. So you, emotionally speaking, you're like, this is not going anywhere. We need this to go. But it is. It's going to take some time. Let's take a look at your home life as well as your emotion. We have the Queen of Swords reverse. So you are setting boundaries. You are, in a sense, reestablish, like you want something. You're collaborating. You're like, and I feel you, Gemini. You want answers. You want answers to something. You want it now. So you're like, if I can't get it here, I'm going to get it there. And then that's okay. That's okay. Let's look at your fire sector, your passions with love and the passions with yourself. We have the Lover's card reverse, and this actually represents Gemini. People don't realize, like, this is the card of Gemini because this is a choice between two people. It's a choice of the mind, it's a choice of the heart. And when it comes to loves, there is a disagreement. There is something between you that you fulfill from your partner that, you know, and it's not like major crazy, you know, breaking up. It's just kind of like there's a different choice that is being made, okay? Now let's look at your personal passions. Let's see if that choice is being affected by your personal passions. Let's look at that. I see things that are changing now. We're going into the sign of Aquarius, so things are, especially for air signs like yourself, Gemini, Sun, and Rising, there's going to be things that are just going to be different, you know? Okay, call to that one. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups upright. I'm going to pull that extra one for there. I felt that. And the Seven of Swords reverse. So there is, the personal interests are changing. You want something back, and it has to deal with your partner. It is dealing with something with your partner. Now, if you're a single Gemini Sun or Gemini Rising, you are not liking the dating pool, and you are wanting to manifest something better. Like you're out like searching for some emotional connection, a new hobby, something completely different of the association. So you are stopping, you are pausing, you are reevaluating this week, and that's always really good. So Gemini, thank you so much for joining me in this week for your psychic reading, and I'll see you next week, Sunday, Monday, when I release the new video. So make sure that you sign up for the notifications, and I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.